welcome to a new year of the Land Girl Diaries and a new evolution of the Land Girl Diaries. As you can see, I am in a bigger garden, beaming with potential, so I cannot wait to take you on this journey. Sorry plant, I got too excited there. Cannot wait to take you on this journey as I transform this yard and together we learn how to garden. I have so many ideas for this garden that I know I can teach you as I go along. I've already got established citrus trees, which is already a great start to teach and learn myself as well how to maintain these trees. So I cannot wait. So to start off for this episode of the year, I decided why not let's go and start at the basics. How to plan and create your own garden. So we're going to learn how to use the sun to help us know where to plant and what plants go best where. We might look at some moon gardening as well. No much scientific evidence behind that it does work, but some gardeners swear by it, so I'm going to introduce you to that concept. And we're going to learn a bit more about soil testing, because if you don't have good soil, your plants are not going to thrive. So that's it for today's episode. Let's get into it. I'm so excited and I hope you enjoy this new era of the Land Girl Diaries. Let's go.
Tracking your sun is really important across your garden, from when it rises and where it sets, and where the morning and afternoon sun is, because most plants need at least 6 hours to thrive of sunlight to thrive, such as vegetables. So here I am getting a compass, drawing my house and understanding where and the sun tracks across the property. So from what I can see, most of the nice morning sun comes from the front of the house, and then the afternoon sun will most likely come and be the harshest at the back or the side of the house in the afternoon. So it's really important to understand where and what you can grow and where.
So on this side you'll see that it has the beautiful morning light coming through, and then obviously the afternoon sun I'm assuming will be guarded by the house. So I'm thinking this spot is going to be perfect for veggies. It'll get the nice morning sunlight, protected afternoon, and it'll get pretty much 6 hours of sunlight. That's my diagnosis anyway. So, and there's plenty of room here to get some veggies growing. Now, if you don't have much space, raised garden beds are always a great option, in especially small courthouses in apartments. So that's what I'll be doing here, because I will not be bending down on the ground. I am very lazy. So I'm planning to build some lovely garden beds along here from recycled materials to have get ready for my veggies. Moon gardening, what is it? So basically it uses the phases of the moon to identify when the best times of the month is to plant vegetables. So for example in April, the new moon is coming in around the 28th of April. So it's like this little dial that you move around. I bought it from the local market. I was like, I'm so fascinated by it. I need a calendar. So you line up the new moon on the 28th of April. So this month's new moon will happen then. And then it will tell you the different phases of the moon, when to best plant things. There's not much scientific evidence around it, but some gardeners swear by it. I just love the concept, because I wonder, does it actually work? So I want to kind of yes, Charlie, you're not allowed out. No, you're not. So basically, for example, in the first week of April, it says basically we're in the first quarter of the moon, and it means that it's 11 days of growth of above ground crops. And then it says it tells you all the different crops you can grow, obviously above ground, what suggestions are. And then it says avoid sowing root crops as these go to seed. And I was going to plant my potatoes this weekend, and now I'm like, maybe not. Maybe I will have to wait for, which one is it? Just after the full moon, apparently, on the 17th of April to the 18th, is the best time, 2 days only, to sow all your root crops. So your vegetables, yeah, of course it's a vegetable. Your beetroots, your carrots, your potatoes, onions, grass seeds, peanuts, spray for bugs, weeds, and disease. And so I was like, oh, okay, well, if I'm going to try this moon gardening out, I'll have to wait till then to plant my potatoes. But in the meantime, I will have to sow all my leafy vegetables instead. So anyway, that's what moon gardening is. Some gardeners swear by it. I'm really curious to see how it works. But we will. Soil is the key foundation to any successful garden. Knowing what's in your soil is
helps determine what you can grow and also how to improve and give the right nutrients to your plants. Depending on your soil type will depend on what you can plant here, but don't worry, you can always improve the soil. So a simple pH test will determine whether your soil is acidic or alkaline. Depending on the type of plants, some plants really love acidic soils, such as azaleas, but most like a bit of a neutral to alkaline type of soil. Now, if you don't have a pH test, you can simply buy one at Bunnings or go into Bunnings with a bag of soil and see your local nursery person, and they'll be able to simply do a test for you. The next key characteristic is understanding your soil type. Now, you can simply do this by grabbing a sample and making a soil sausage, which is what I'm going to do today. Simply grab a sample of soil and try to make a sausage with it. See, with mine clumps instantly together. And this is a key indication of clay soil. If yours crumbles away, it's probably like a sandy loam kind of soil. Because mine is clay, that has its benefits and its negatives. With my clay soil, it tends to really retain moisture, meaning some of these plants end up dying and getting sick when we have a lot of rain because the water can't go anywhere and it holds onto the roots really, really tightly, which is not great. So I'm going to improve this soil by adding some soil conditioning. Gypsum is a great product to help break apart clay particles, such as this. So I'll be applying some of this plus some mushroom compost, as it's a great soil conditioner to improve the soil. So I'm going to add some into this soil around here to help when I grow and plant some flowers in here. So at the moment it's really heavy clay soil, and a lot of things do better in pots in this area because obviously it's not in the clay soil. So let's go. The other thing in this area, in this garden, is I'm going to remove the weed matting, as you can see here. It's not plastic, but it's made of some sort of material, kind of like, I don't know, really tough wool. But it's actually, I'm finding, restricting the plants and allowing the soil to breathe, which is not great. So this is going to be a big job, but I'm going to hopefully remove all of this so that I'll be able to grow and plant some more successful plants in here. This is going to be a big job. What also determines how great your soil is and the organic matter in it is if you got worms. Look at that little guy. So obviously I've got some good organic matter in this garden if I have worms. So I'll have to try to keep them, and hopefully I don't disturb them too much.
Okay, but how oddly satisfying is this? Ripping up a whole chunk of grass that's attached to the weed mat. I don't know, but the joys of gardening and destroying things is great. So definitely getting removing this weed mat and this grass on top so I can, it's invading my space. I need to get rid of it. So it's so much fun, so much fun.
Well, that's today's entry for the Land Girl Diaries. Hope you learned something new. I'm going to continue de-weeding and de-weed matting this garden and hope to improve its soil so I can plant some lovely flowers and all sorts of things in here. Diary entry closed.